I thought I chose a really atmospheric background today, so I chose this. I think this is really cool. So, over the past weeks, or specifically over the past days, I've been analyzing and I wanted to find out what's been the main factor, the top one factor that's been limiting me, holding me back from achieving the dream physique that I want to achieve and that I know I am absolutely capable of achieving. And I've came to the conclusion that that's nutrition. In fact, I've known for a very long time that that's nutrition. I think we all know where we lack and what we actually need to do to reach everything that we want to reach. For me, the factor that's limiting me is definitely not training because I'm training more than enough. You probably know for the past 4 months, I haven't had a single rest day, so that's more than enough by all means. But the nutrition is the part where I've been slacking, and the reason I've been slacking is I've been too unsystematic. I've been too unstructured, too spontaneous. So I've let things kind of flow and I didn't have a specific plan. So what I used to do is from a pretty young age, I learned to track calories. So I wasn't a beginner in that regard. I learned to track calories and I also learned to I learned how the nutrition works, like how macros work, how you can calculate your macros and your micros. Oh, there's a nice train there. Adds a little bit more to the atmosphere. Very nice. Anyways, but I've never actually had a plan where I would plan for the day what specifically I would eat at what time and that I would follow, right? I would track my calories, but I would kind of improvise, right? So I would improvise a meal and then see at the end of the day, or at least at the end of the meal, how it's fitting with my calorie goals and my protein goals and everything. And just a few days ago, it actually hit me that that might be the factor that actually is holding me back from achieving everything that I want physically. Because if you think about it, right, the first thing any fitness coach gives you is a meal plan, right? And I kind of feel stupid for not implementing this earlier because I've been struggling with this problem for a while. I'm gonna be honest, right? I've had a lot of progress, but it's really hard for me. It's been really hard for me to gain weight. I'm kind of a hard gainer, right? So I'm at 72 kg right now, and I've been at that weight for a while, for definitely better part of 2 years now. So I've decided to run an experiment. For the first time in my life, I actually wrote down a complete meal plan with every meal written out, with every single calorie track. I've used not just generic macros, not just generic products, but I've used specific items from the very specific local grocery store that I go to. I went as far as to like compare barcodes, right? So I used those specific items to calculate my calories and my macros. And for the first time in my life, I went to a grocery store and actually bought by the list. So I had a shopping list that's specifically needed for my day tomorrow, according to the plan that I wrote for myself. I actually never did it. Funnily enough, my father, when I was a kid, he always told me never to go groceries to the grocery store without a shopping list, and I actually never done this, which is kind of crazy. I feel so dumb right now, to be honest. Anyways, so I bought all my groceries for tomorrow, and I want to run this experiment for maybe 3 to 4 weeks, maybe a few months. I think 1 to 2 months will be more than enough to show the results and to test my theory. So I have a really positive feeling, a really strong feeling that my theory is actually true. And if it is true, I'm gonna see for 4 to 8 weeks. I'm gonna be doing my best, following the plan that I wrote to the T. I mean, like actually following it every single day, not improvising any single meal, just pure execution of instructions, right? The instructions that I've written for myself in that case. And on the days where I'm not able to do this, because let's be realistic, right? It's not always possible. For example, tomorrow I have to go to the university at a time where I'd have breakfast. Oh, sorry, I'd have lunch normally. But in those cases, I'm gonna still do my best to follow the plan as closely as I can. So I'm gonna try to search for meals that substitute my normal meals. I'm gonna try and find workarounds. Oh, another nice trains. Oh, there's even two of them. Man, I really like this place. Gonna be filming here a lot. Anyways, that's my experiment. I'm gonna start tomorrow. I bought all my groceries for tomorrow. I've written my plan for tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be adjusting my plan. So I'm gonna be adjusting it based on what foods are easier for me to eat and which ones aren't. Right? Everyone has preferences, and I think if the plan is as easy to follow as I can be for you personally, just purely logically, that will lead to the most success. My logic tells me. And so that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to follow the plan for 4 to 8 weeks. And hopefully, I will see amazing results. And I'll look back at this video as a documentary of the beginning of my monumental success. And yeah, if anyone watching this wants to do the same, I think it's a great idea. I think in general, it's good to be as systematic as you can be in all areas of your life. So that includes obviously your business, your even your relationships, all those types of your work, right? Your day-to-day life. I use a lot of systems, but funnily enough, my diet was the sphere where I was lacking, where I actually didn't have that many systems in place. So I'm gonna fix that over the course of the next 4 to 8 weeks, and I'm gonna give an update.